Suspend the show right now.
You're gonna zipline directly into the harpoon?
What do you know about planes?
I know a lot about planes.
Buckle in, dude. It's gonna suck.
Put your hand on the screen.
How did they find out? Who was the one?
This show has gotten infinitely more gay.
The mystical land of New Jersey.
I don't understand how the laws in this country work anymore.
Welcome to the Rebel Radio Show, live, uncut, and uncensored on WSRR Radio, saving the underground music scene. To my right is Y2J. On the board is Jules.
Hello.
I'm Radio's Rebel DJ Style. Shane's on his way back from the Congo as we speak, so TBD on his estimated arrival and departure time. 216-859-8699, that number to text in. Once again, that's 216-859-8699 is that Rebel hotline. Text into this show or any other. We're brought to you by Synergy Music Studio out of Chicago, Illinois. For recording, mixing, mastering, production, or more, SynergyMusicStudio.com is your one-stop shop. I'm a little winded already.
Yeah, you were running around.
I was running around. We were coming off a 12-hour Rebelthon the other day.
Yeah,
That was a lot of talking.
that was a lot of talking, and you were front and center for a lot of it.
There's a lot of hot air coming out of the Rebel Studios. There's a lot of people sitting in my damn seat over here,
Yep.
fucking with my mic position. I get in here today, and my mic flag's all down and turned and in all kinds of different angles.
Jake Underwood, I saw him rip the mic completely off the stand
That
a couple of times.
He ripped the mic out of my mic out of the stand. He broke the seat where Shane sits, like couch collapsed.
That's true. That's true.
Pulled the headphones out for himself and for Shane several times, and then got shocked by the wires in them. So Jake just showed up and started fucking up the studio. I want to say yesterday, it was the day before actually for the Rebelthon.
It feels like yesterday.
Does, because this whole weekend has been a blur for 12 hours of broadcasting, and then, hey, we're back here on a Monday live, uncut and uncensored, on WSRR Radio. Why am I getting texts about people playing Fallout 76? That doesn't concern me right now.
It should.
It doesn't, because I'm not getting into Fallout 76. That'll be a whole 3-hour spiel. Like, that's overtime. We're doing OT Rebel Radio Show if I have to talk about Fallout 76. But we're brought to you by Synergy Music Studio, Hubender Vinyl out of Pittsburgh, PA, the one of America's most trusted custom vinyl record pressing plants. GenericClothes.com. I'm wearing mine right now. I got my famous musician shirt on. You can too. Go to GenericClothes.com. Tell the big brand clothing companies to suck it. And Clearview Windows out of Northern Ohio. If you need windows or doors for the summer months, even as we get into the fall, to make sure you're not losing money and just throwing it away with ineffective, inefficient. I can't do that one. I can do custom vinyl record pressing plant.
Nobody else can.
But
It's so hard.
Ineffective, inefficient is the hard one for me. But if you're throwing money away with ineffective, inefficient windows, give J.D. Miller at Clearview Windows a call, where quality is more than just words on a sign. Thank you to everybody who joined us for the, again, not yesterday, 2 days ago at this point for the Rebelthon. 12 hours of live radio shows, music, interviews, guests, giveaways, and more. So thank you to everybody who listened to that. If you want stickers or prizes or packs or T-shirts, those are in the mail. The physical items like T-shirts, and we had some other giveaways of that nature, CDs, things like that. Those will be in the mail within the next few days. So you should have that all by next week. But thank you for everybody who listened in and sent in money at our Venmo at WSRR Radio to help keep local music on the air, ad-free and live. And if you want to send other money other places, now I don't recommend this. I always recommend supporting local music at WSRR Radio on Venmo. I don't recommend Venmoing the federal government to help pay down the national debt.
Oh, come on. Why? It's so cute.
Because they already take our money for that, and clearly they're not doing it right.
I don't understand how the government is allowed to take Venmo.
Yeah. Okay, so story here. The federal government the U.S. federal government opened up a Venmo account that you can send money to, and apparently that money goes to putting it towards the
Counteracts
national
public
debt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's the thing. We're $36 trillion in debt.
And every American is also in debt.
Right.
So why would we willingly pay the...
Bold move.
Yeah, it's kind
Bold
of...
move.
I feel like
When you already tax us.
it's got to be a bit, right?
I don't think it is, because you can do it. I got
Yeah.
to figure out this fucking...
But, like, what's the Venmo handle? Oh, no, don't share that.
No, I want to
Don't-
share the Venmo
don't
handle.
Pay the government.
No, because if they have a Venmo, you should be able to request from them, too. And I think everybody out there should be requesting from the federal government.
Yeah.
Here's what you should really be doing. Here's my overarching point of this whole story, and we'll get into that, because I'm going to find I keep wanting to say cash tag.
Yeah.
And Lucas brought it up on the live Behind Enemy Lines the other day that does Venmo have a name for it? Is
I
it just your
don't think
username,
so.
your Venmo username? I don't use Venmo.
I
don't have a personal Venmo. We just use it for the studio. I use Cash App, and Cash App has a cash tag. But apparently you can also PayPal the federal government. Like, this is... So maybe Cash App next. Maybe at U.S. government will be the next cash tag. Don't send or request money from that, because I don't know if that's the actual thing.
Venmo refers to it as your pay name.
I'm not going to call it that. I'm just not going to call it that. I'm going to say your Venmo name. Pay name sounds like a PayPal. Well, no, they're not the same
They're
company,
not.
because they broke up.
Yeah.
They had a falling out. They're not on speaking terms. They're on a break. Yes, so the government wants you to Venmo the money to pay back the national debt, which, if you don't know, that's why we have taxes in the first place. That money, that federal taxes anyway, are supposed to go to things like this, which everybody's being taxed. So not only do your federal taxes get taken out of your paycheck every week to that, you have to pay your taxes every year at the end of the fiscal year that go to that. And we're taxed on everything all the time locally, too. You have a grocery tax, you have a sales tax, you have all kind of property tax, all kind of different unjust taxes, right? So the balls on the federal government to sit here and say, hey, if you want to help out, Venmo us. The fucking government is e-begging. This is as bad as when someone goes on Facebook and says, hey, it's my birthday, here's my cash tag. Number one, don't do that. You're a bad person. You're a bad person in my mind if you do that. You're e-begging. No one cares that it's your birthday. If anyone cares that it's your birthday, they're going to see you in person and give you a present or money in person. Don't e-beg. Your birthday is not an excuse to e-beg. It's not. You're a bad person regardless.
I think
Buy me a drink for my birthday. Go fuck yourself.
The only time I ever did that was for my 21st birthday.
No,
It
go
was
fuck
buy me a
yourself.
shot.
Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. Because I hate begging. I hate asking for money, and it's such a shitty culture that has become mainstream, especially in the day of like content creation.
Yeah.
Everybody begs for money for everything because everyone thinks they're a content creator because they have social media. Fuck you.
And then all of their lives, all the gifts equal money, and you tell people, I need this many gifts, and I'll do this. Yeah, that's TikTok for you.
I'm sorry. I'm just reading into this federal government Venmo a little bit more. It says the U.S. Treasury Department has long had a gifts to reduce public debt page available for those who like traditional charity. What?
That's a tax write-off.
That's it. That's all this is. I would assume you can write off. Here's the catch-22. Here's the real catch-22. Because now they're going to crack down on people paying their taxes on Venmo transactions. If you donate, quote unquote donate, to the federal government to pay down the debt, they're going to come after you for tax evasion for not claiming your Venmo tax at the end of the year. That's what this is.
That's possible.
Because let's be honest, who's filing their Cash App tax return? Who's going on Cash App and going through their filings? I'm not saying I am or are not. I'm just
Allegedly.
saying who's doing it. This is a satire show, by the way.
Well, Cash App has the thing in their app, though, to, like, connect with your taxes.
So does Venmo, I think.
I don't know. I don't use Venmo.
Venmo, to my knowledge, and this might only be for a business account, which I don't have. But to my knowledge, Venmo, and it should be similar with Cash App, you have to make a certain amount of money in transactions on Venmo that are business transactions, like not between friends, for it to be considered taxable income. And then at that threshold, Venmo is supposed to send you a tax form in the mail to fill out.
Okay. Because you're basically using Venmo as a business partner.
Right. Well, not as a business partner, as a bank account.
Yeah.
To my knowledge, again, I have no idea. I'm not doing Venmo or Cash App or PayPal taxes. I get a statement from PayPal every month. I couldn't tell you the last time I used PayPal. I set up PayPal when I was like 17 to sell something on eBay. I couldn't tell you the last time I used PayPal, and every month without fail I get here's your PayPal statement. I signed up for fucking Robinhood.
What is that?
Do you remember it's penny stocks, the penny stock app?
Yes.
I signed up for Robinhood for one day because somebody sent me a referral code and I signed up so they could get $5. And now I get a monthly statement from Robin. I don't even think they're a thing anymore. They got sued. I thought they got shut down.
I thought they got shut down.
I still get a monthly statement from Robinhood and PayPal saying, hey, here's your statement for the month. It's nothing. Don't send it to me if it's nothing. There have been no transactions for literal years. Don't send that to me.
Well, and then you'll call them and tell them not to, and then they'll be like, well,
They'll get me for tax evasion.
either that or they'll be like, I'm sorry, it doesn't show that you have an account with us.
One of these days I'm going to go down for tax evasion. I think that's the moral of the story here. They don't like traditional charity.
I think more people should go down for tax evasion before you.
But they won't. That's the worst part. But they won't.
That's fair.
Because those are the people donating to the federal government on Venmo.
Gifts to the federal government.
This is literally a bailout. This is literally like what billionaires do on Wall Street. They give money to the federal government so when they break the law, they can get a bailout from the federal government. It's literally, you're paying off the government. You're telling me right now, if I sent $1 million via Venmo to the U.S., it's the Treasury, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, the U.S. Treasury Department. If I send $1 million right now via Venmo to the Treasury Department, you're telling me if I got in like federal trouble financially, I wouldn't be able to turn around and be like to my lawyer.
I took $1 million off the public debt.
Yeah, I'd turn right around to my lawyer and say, hey, let's talk about the time that I gave them $1 million out of my goodwill, out of charity. Also, fuck the government for saying, oh, for those who don't like traditional charity, this shouldn't be charity. I shouldn't have to give you more money when you're taking money from me.
The government
This
should
is
never be treated like charity.
This is the equivalent of me going to fucking Starbucks and being like, hey, let me get an iced coffee. And then they have the audacity to ask for a tip and get mad when I don't tip. I am paying for the product that you told me the price for. And I'm paying that price. You chose to work here and are getting paid to work here. Why am I responsible for paying more? This is fucking dumb. And I want to know who's doing it. Because there has to be someone.
Like
right?
Someone's name on the Venmo account?
Well, no. There has to be someone who has donated to this, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But
who and why?
Honestly,
Billionaires?
I
because it's
think
convenient?
either billionaires because it's convenient or dumbass people because it's a bit and it's funny. Oh, I'm going to donate to the national debt.
I hope, and I don't because it's fucked up, but I hope that everybody who has donated to the U.S. Venmo account as a bit gets a letter in the mail for taxes.
Gets a letter in the mail for jury duty because they're an exemplary citizen.
I don't think that's how that works. Well, you can't be on jury duty if you don't vote, right? Isn't that if you're not registered to vote?
Yeah.
I don't know why I was saying probably not if you don't pay your taxes either.
Yeah, that's fair.
Right?
But I mean, who's going to really look into that?
Yeah, you're kind of outing yourself.
Yeah.
If you get called for jury duty, you're like, well, I don't pay my taxes.
Yeah.
And then you're just going to jail. That's what's
Because
going to happen.
You're a citizen that has voted, so now you're in the jury pool, and then they call you up, and you're like, yeah, I vote in the presidential election, but I don't pay my taxes.
I can't find what the Venmo account is for the U.S. Treasury.
I wonder. Well, put in pay name.
It's bringing up the same fucking article.
How do I pay the government?
What is the U.S.
on
Treasury Venmo? It's telling me what it is, but it's not telling me the pay name. Pay. I said it. I said pay name.
You did.
I don't know. I don't know what the hell the pay name is for the U.S. government. I just want to request money. I just want to every 2 weeks. This is all I want to do. Every 2 weeks when I get my paycheck and I see the 40% they take out of my paycheck, I just want to request it. I just want to request it back from the federal government.
That's a good idea.
We've been told this our whole lives. If you're in our generation, we're not going to make it to Social Security. Request your Social Security week to week from the federal government via Venmo. 216-859-8699.
Dad didn't leave for cigarettes. He's out in the car, listening to the Rebel Radio Show.
Welcome back to the Rebel Radio Show. I tried to find the U.S. Venmo payment account pay tag. What is it called?
Pay name.
Pay name. I'm still not. Stupid name. I tried to find that during the break just by searching on Venmo. A lot of people out there, probably prior to this, a lot of people out there trying to scam people on Venmo by using U.S. government as their pay name. There's a couple.
That's funny.
There's
I
a
never
couple
thought of
United
that.
States treasuries I found. There's a couple like United States parking service and things like that. And they're all listed under people, so it's not like it's a company that's doing it. So if you want to, for some reason, pay the federal government via Venmo, watch out for that. Don't pay John down the street.
Pay the right one.
Yeah, double check with that, or just don't.
Or pay John down the street.
Or just don't pay the government. 216-859-8699. I want to give another shout out to Freakbait as well for providing some of the stickers for the Rebelthon
Sorry,
this
I like
past
Freakbait.
weekend, as well as YourBuddiesGarage.com, of course, a great sponsor of WSRR Radio. Somebody get Green Day on the line because we're going to talk about brain stew.
Ew.
Are we not?
I mean, yeah, but gross.
Tell me about this.
So, sad situation. This couple, they lost their son, and obviously, when you lose somebody, you send them to a funeral home to do with the body what they do. And so, this body, the remains ended up at 2 separate funeral homes throughout like the week. I believe it went to one in South Carolina and then another in Pittsburgh. And then the Pittsburgh one is the one where the family picked up the remains. Although everything that was done to the body was done in South Carolina, and then everything that was put together in a box and shipped to Pennsylvania to be picked up, basically.
Why?
I'm not sure. I'm wondering. I don't know if they.
Was it like he died in a different state and had to be
I think that's
processed?
the
Is
case.
probably not the correct word.
Processed?
They had to process. You know what kind of process? Because they stuff them full of like embalming fluid and shit, right? You're just processing meat.
Ew.
Grind meat at Freakbait. You're processing meat. You're draining it. You're pounding it. You're stapling it. You're processing meat.
Nope. Don't say that. But I don't know. It doesn't really go into it in the article. It just says that these 2 locations were involved, and I'm hypothesizing that it's that case where he died in a different state and they live in Pennsylvania, because it seems to be like Pennsylvania is home. So,
Carolina was the other one. North Carolina.
South Carolina.
South Carolina.
Yes.
So more than likely, he died in South Carolina, was taken to some kind of morgue in South Carolina. The body was transported to I would assume, the preferred funeral home in Pennsylvania.
I would assume so, yeah.
To prep the body.
So a little messed
process
up on
the
the
meat.
details there. The meat was processed in South Carolina. So once the body ended up at the funeral home in South Carolina, the body went through the process, the stomping, stapling.
You told me not to say that, by the way, and then you're going to say it. So, all right, fuck you. Yes, they drain and squish and staple.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So just when I say it, all right.
You use drain and squish.
Because
and
that's
it's
step
nasty.
1 is drain.
Okay.
You ever seen an embalming table?
No, I haven't.
It's like a big metal slab. It's like a cheese grater almost. And so it can, all the fluids drain under the metal that you're laying on.
I'll have to talk to my cousin. He lives above a funeral home.
Terrifying. People that do that, like I've known people who, and when one of them is justified because like their family owned the funeral home, so like they lived in the house that was attached to it.
Okay.
I
It's
understand.
Still weird,
yeah,
but
I understand that, but like, yeah, I know people that are like they smell the incinerators and formaldehyde and shit because they just live above funeral homes.
Mhm.
Gotta be cheap as hell. Probably not the safest thing in the world either.
No, it's probably a little dangerous.
How safe is formaldehyde? It's not. It can kill you.
Yeah.
Also, people smoke it though, so like it can't be that deadly.
Oh yeah, what are those cigarettes
It's
called?
called wet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, back to the draining.
Sorry, I was on my formaldehyde high.
But so basically, the body was taken care of in South Carolina, and then packaged up all nice and neatly. They wanted he was getting cremated, so that was the deal. They were cremating, and everything was put together in a box, right? All of his possessions and things that he had on his body, his clothes, all that, were put in a box with the ashes. And unfortunately, at some point, the child's brain matter.
I don't think he was a child.
It was their child, I
Right,
guess.
yeah.
So this person,
There
this
you
dead
go. This guy.
dead person.
Some dude. Not to be disrespectful, but some dude.
Yeah.
Respectfully. Some dude. Some dead guy. Respectfully.
The South Carolina funeral home took out the brain matter from the dead body, put it in a red unlabeled box, like a small box,
Well, red is for biohazard.
but it wasn't marked biohazard. It was unlabeled.
But it's red.
And then it was put inside the possessions box with all the stuff and the ashes and everything.
All right, I have a couple questions.
Okay. Well, that whole box, here, let me get to the
Yeah,
end
go
of
ahead,
it.
yeah.
That whole box was then shipped to the Pennsylvania funeral home to be picked up by the family. They came, they picked up the box, and they were like, "All right, cool. This is my son." Yeah. They put him in the car. They drive him on home. For some reason, this is the part where I have a problem
hang
with
on.
it.
They picked up his possessions. They didn't pick up their son and say, "This is my son."
Well, they picked up the ashes.
Okay, but the thing that they had in the car was his box of possessions.
Box of possessions, ashes, and that little
I
red-
would assume they took the ashes inside, is
I
what
would
I'm
hope
saying.
so. I don't know, but this is the problem that I have. This is where it gets a little dicey for me. The father has the box of everything in his car.
Yeah.
I would hope he took the clothes and ashes out, but what we are told is that he left this little red unmarked box in the vehicle for a couple of days. He got back into his car and it smelled like a decomposing body, because it was. And it started to leak in his car and on his hands when he touched it, and that's when he found out that this box was in fact his son's brain.
Okay. Still a couple questions and problems.
Absolutely. As one should.
Well, I guess we don't know if he was an organ donor, but I don't see another reason that they'd be removing his brain.
I don't know why they remove his brain either. Like, that's the
That'll
part that's
burn.
puzzling.
That'll burn. It all burns. The only
Yeah.
thing that gets removed, to my knowledge, I've never cremated anyone, to my knowledge, the only things that get removed are like gold teeth and like metal. I don't even think they remove, like if you had a hip replacement, I think that comes out after. I think you get ashes and pieces of metal on the slab, but like they remove like gold teeth. I think teeth in general because they pop in heat, I think. But they don't.
The brain is not removed before
Yeah,
cremation.
why would it be? Why the hell would it be? It's like removing a kidney.
I wonder.
Mine might get removed because it'll fucking pop like popcorn, but like,
I wonder if it's possible that this was a child and maybe there was a what's it called?
I don't think it was a child
But
just
what is it
because they had to
called?
move. I don't know. A kid?
No,
a child?
no, where they cut the whole body open to figure out autopsy.
I just don't think. Even if there's an autopsy, think at the end of the day when it's cremation time, it's cremation time.
Yeah, you would think everything would go in
They-
there unless
They performed an autopsy on Chris Benoit. I don't think they kept his brain in a jar. I'm just saying.
I mean, unless they were going to send it off for like testing for like brain cancer or something.
I just don't think.
I don't know. I'm trying to be optimistic.
No,
here.
okay, because that leads into my next problem with this. If that's the case, and even if it was he donated his body to science or was an organ donor or they were like doing further research for some weird reason, if you're gonna put it in a container to ship somewhere,
It wouldn't be a box.
yeah,
it'd be a
probably not
jar.
like a paper box that it's gonna leak through. Probably bio waste bag,
yeah,
cooler,
the
thermos, anything that's not fucking a paper box that will leak through because of water.
The funeral home said that if they were intending to give somebody like a wet specimen, It would have been
Hell of a
packaged-
band name.
Wet Specimen.
The Wet Specimens.
It would have been packaged correctly in a
Yeah.
biohazard bag, clearly marked biohazard.
How many times we got to talk about body parts on this show?
Oh,
How many
too
times?
Many. Well,
Way too many times. This is still not as bad as somebody who is keeping skulls.
I agree.
I don't think that one gets... Maybe the guy who wanted to meet up on Facebook to get his leg chopped off by another guy
Who wanted to meet up on Facebook to chop
to
somebody's
chop someone's leg
off.
up. I don't say star-crossed lovers. Modern day Romeo and Juliet, if we're being
Crazy
honest.
that they actually met each other.
Crazy the guy regretted it halfway through him chopping off his leg, and that's when things got dicey. But moral of the story, we've talked about too many fucking body parts on this show. We've talked about body parts being lost in the mail before.
Yeah.
We've talked about too many. We've talked about body parts in Goodwill,
Yep.
and now we've talked about the wrong remains being sent. We've talked about
Pet remains.
being sent,
sent
or
as human remains.
we've talked about human remains that are just concrete mixed being
Yeah.
sent.
Or people that put on random necklaces and they're just carrying around somebody's friend.
Yeah, also don't do that. That's weird. Sorry, that's weird. But why did any of this occur? I don't think there's a single reason you can sell me on that they put a brain in a box and sent it.
I don't know either. And both of the funeral homes were found not at fault in this legal
How?
proceedings. I have no idea. That's what's blowing my mind.
I may be dense to this situation because I've never cremated a human being, as previously stated. In case anyone's
Of course,
wondering,
Of course.
I have not cremated anybody to date.
Yet?
I don't know. I don't plan on it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if it has to be done, it has to be done. But I don't plan on it. It's like your taxes. So here's the thing. Do you not... I've seen pet remains get picked up.
Yeah.
Do you not get sent the remains, number one? And number two,
No.
don't you normally have the urn when that is
No.
done?
So,
I'm not... Here's the deal. I'm not cremating anyone to begin with, but if I cremate someone, I'm not getting them in a container and then being the one responsible for moving those ashes to another container.
That's usually how it goes. You
Won't
have to pay
do it.
extra for the processing
That's
fee.
fine. That's fine.
There's usually you get a cardboard box full of like
Cardboard?
it's literally a cardboard. It's like a literal
It's a brain box.
Like
it's
a-
what they would put the
yeah.
brain in, theoretically.
but it's like a little
red.
cardboard box and it has a little like cellophane bag in it.
No.
With your people.
No, I'm going to send them an Ovaltine can they can put it in. Also, super side note. Just hit pause. Super side note that I didn't mean on the playhead. I meant
So
just
sorry.
pause the next song coming up. Super side note. I've seen videos, like Urbex exploration videos, if you're not going to cut me off this time. I've seen Urbex exploration videos of people going into like abandoned funeral homes and cremation centers and things like that. And there were left boxes, I'm assuming, of ashes. Imagine how fucked up that is.
To find somebody's ashes?
Well, not only just to find somebody's ashes, but like being the person who is supposed to receive them or just having never picked them up. And then the funeral home goes out of business and then...
They're just left there?
Yeah, they're just in this abandoned building.
Eternal resting spot? I
guess so. I mean, it's just ash, right? You could dump it out back at that point.
back.
No one came to get it. It's not like they're going to miss it. Person's already gone. I'm just saying. 216-859-8699. What would you put your brain in?
If LimeWire taught us anything, your digital music is free and open to piracy, and even manipulation when it comes to digital distribution. So why settle for a bunch of ones and zeros floating around on the internet? Make your release something special with Hellbender Vinyl. Hellbender is one of America's most trusted custom vinyl record pressing plants and works with local artists to get their next release pressed exactly to their liking. So check out Pittsburgh's first and only custom vinyl pressing plant today by visiting hellbendervinyl.com to get started. And don't forget, All customers at Hellbender Vinyl get 5 free test presses at no additional charge. Hellbent on quality, hellbent on service, hellbendervinyl.com.
Did you know that your old drafty windows can cost you anywhere between $100 and $600 a year? If you're in Northern Ohio, you need to give J.D. Miller at Clearview Windows a call. A small, local business that takes pride in its craftsmanship, Clearview Windows provides exceptional customer service and attention to detail that can increase your home's value with more energy-efficient windows and doors at a fair price. But don't just take my word for it. Google Clearview Windows by J.D. Miller and check out the reviews from satisfied customers. So give them a call at 330-521-0965. That's 330-521-0965. Clearview Windows, where quality is more than just words on a sign.
Hi, this is Melissa.
Hey, it's Matt.
Hi guys, my name is Ari. Coming at you from Synergy Music Studio. Come through to a Synergy Naked session.
Synergy Naked is a live performance recording, also captured on video. Look for our releases on YouTube at Synergy Music Studio.
We're located on the south side near Chicago. Passing through.
Hit up our DMs on Instagram at Synergy Music Studio. Rock hard.
Are you ready, kids? It's me, distinctively non-copyright, unspecified Sponge Man, and you're listening to the Rebel Radio Show on WSRR. Make the switch.
Welcome back to the Rebel Radio Show, live, uncut, and uncensored on WSRR Radio. Hey, download the free WSRR Radio mobile app and take us with you wherever you go. Pair us with your car, stereo, your speaker, your headphones. Anything that connects you to the internet connects you to the home of local and independent music. That's right, WSRR Star Radio is live 24/7, 365, and always local, nationally local, meaning we play your local bands across the nation. 216-859-8699, that number to text in. You can hit that line up all the time as well if there's something you want to hear and we see it. There's something we want to play, of course. But download the app now, WSRR Radio, in your Apple Play or your Apple and Google Play Store. I haven't had the Apple Store in a minute, so I forgot the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. There you go. Welcome to the segment where I reinvent how old I am, because what the fuck is a Labubu?
Honestly, I agree. I don't understand the fad. They're like way too expensive. They come in.
What are they? I don't understand anything about it, because like I thought that was a stupid like word that this generation had invented that meant something I didn't understand. I thought it was like a skibbity toilet, which I also didn't understand was a thing. Like I thought that was just word mush. That was just brain rot core of saying words together. But that's also a thing. It is a skibbity toilet is a thing.
Yup.
Apparently, so is a Labubu.
Yes.
Which I fucking hate saying. Like it doesn't feel good coming out of my mouth.
Okay. So
Bad. I don't even pronunciation. I don't even know what you'd call that. Bad onomatopoeia. I don't like saying the word.
Labubu.
Terrible.
So Labubu is a
Sounds
character.
like ghetto trash words.
It's a character from The Monsters. It's a book series, I guess. It's described as an elf-like creature with pointed ears, a mysterious grin, sharp teeth. The series, including Labubu, was inspired by Nordic mythology and created by Cassing Lung. Basically, the Labubu figures are in these blind boxes that people are loving because it's surprise.
This is not an American thing, right?
Oh, I don't think so. I'm not exactly
I mean, it's
sure.
become an American thing.
Everybody has one, apparently. It's ridiculous.
So it's from something else.
Yes.
But now it is its own thing. Like, Labubu was a character in something.
Yes.
And now Labubu is a type of thing. Like, it is a brand of thing. There are several Labubis.
Sure. There's plenty of Labubis
You
around.
can get different Labubis.
Yeah.
In different styles and variations.
Yes. Different colors, there's a Christmas Labubi. I like Labubi.
These date back to 2023.
It's crazy. Like out
At
of
least as
nowhere,
their own thing.
they cost like $60 for like one, and people, grown ass men, are like breaking down these doors of these stores and being like, "Do you have Labubu?" Like, grow up.
Is this a Japanese thing?
I don't know.
It says Netherlands, but like it's also in Japanese next to it. Like it's telling me Netherlands, but next to it is Japanese characters. I'm gonna say this is Japanese. This seems like a very Japanese thing. Here's what really brought this to my attention: is I didn't know what these looked like until 3 days ago, and at that point, when I was shown these, it was through a meme that said "Evil does not die; it reinvents itself," and was a picture of Domo next to Labubu. And if you asked me today, current generation who shouldn't be listening to this show, if you asked me today, what is Domo, I wouldn't be able to tell you.
A square dude.
Brown Japan monster.
Yeah. Well, these are...
This is modern Domo.
Labubu is now a toy figure produced by Pop Mart, a Chinese company.
Chinese,
So,
okay. Well, Hong Kong's in Japan,
But
right?
these collectible items are very popular in Japan and the U.S. right now.
Well, Hong Kong is in Japan.
Yes?
Hong Kong, Japan.
Yes.
That's where the guy who made this is from.
Okay, so...
He is from Japan. But raised in the Netherlands, and now they're popular in China.
Well, and it's about
America.
Nordic mythology.
Which I don't buy.
I don't know.
Because we talked about the Chupacabra. I don't even know if we did this on air. We
I don't
talked about the
think we did.
Chupacabra last week, Shane and I did, and what a Chupacabra looks like, because he was under the assumption that it looked like a variant of Bigfoot, which could not be farther from the truth.
He was like, yeah, well, I like the Yeti, so Chupacabra should be great.
Yeah, no, see, Chupacabra is the Mexican goat eater, I believe, is what the creature is. I know, I do a show on it. I do a show on conspiracies and cryptids, whatever. But no, definitely not in the Squatch family. The Chupacabra I always thought was like some weird, like hunched over, hairy vampire looking thing, right?
Yeah, kind of like the Tasmanian devil.
No,
No?
this is in that family to me. This looks like a what was, oh man, what's the other? Chibi. Remember Chibi, when Chibi art was a thing?
Yes.
This looks like the Chibi version of a Chupacabra to me.
It does.
That is what I'm getting from this. I don't see any fucking, not Norse mythology, they said?
Nordic mythology.
Well, they said Netherlands. That would be Nordic.
Yeah, so I guess.
Yeah. But I don't think that's what this is. I just don't buy it. Also, what are these?
I just won't buy it.
Every generation has this. Whatever this is, every generation has it. And I think ours was Domo.
Yes.
And again, not sure what Domo even was.
Well, Domo had variations, too. We would put him in a sombrero hat and a mustache.
That's just because we had early internet culture. We didn't know what memes were yet. That's when fucking Rage Face comics were a thing. Like, I don't consider those variations of Domo. No.
I think those are variations
We
of
had
Domo. And then we had the gay Domo was big. The rainbow Domo.
Couldn't relate.
I saw him on the internet a lot.
But we grew up in a weird, like, capitalistic era of characters, though. Like Sesame Street shirts, the
Yeah.
Cookie Monster shirts and hats.
And pants.
And, well, no, those are just trashy people that wear those. Sorry. If you're listening to that, I'm not sorry. You should never go out in public in Cookie Monster sweatpants or pajama pants. You're my enemy. You're an enemy of the state.
Are you the state?
If I was the state, you'd be quartered and executed for going out in public in Cookie Monster pajama pants. Just Cookie Monster. Oscar the Grouch is fine. Just Cookie Monster. No, but we had that, and we had like the hats. We had the flat brims, but also like the winter puffball hats of characters. Yeah, we had that. So like we very much just lived in a weird characteristic driven Stewie Griffin. Like you could go to any fair, any local fair, and they'd have Stewie Griffin plushes or the Rasta banana.
Oh, the Rasta banana is big.
Like, I don't know why we were such a caricature-driven culture in, like, the early 2000s, but that's just how it was.
I think it was iFunny. iFunny drove that.
It's just the early internet culture. We had fucking, like, again, like, Rage Face comics and Troll Face, things like that were, no pun intended, all the rage. And Domo came into that. But I think if I were to have to relate, and it's...
Nyan Cat?
Nyan Cat?
Whatever.
Nyan Cat was just a video. That wasn't like a caricature.
And then it became a video game. And
Did it?
Like, yeah. Did you not have it on your phone?
No. No, that was a little before my time because I was I didn't get an iPhone.
I was a little before your time. That's great.
I didn't get an iPhone. Well, no, I had a flip phone a little before
it
your
wasn't
time.
an iPhone. It was an iPod.
No.
iPod Touch.
No, I didn't have that. I had a first generation iPod Touch, so probably couldn't download it. No, I didn't get an iPhone until I was like 14.
Yeah, I was like 16 when I first got my phone.
You know, I had flip phones. But okay, so Domo is my one-to-one. That is our generation's whatever this thing is, because it's equally as unexplainable. They're not really appealing to look at. I could at least understand how someone looks at Domo and goes, "That's kind of cute." This ain't it. This is demonic. I don't know what the hell this is.
I feel the opposite.
Really?
Yeah, I think this is cuter than Domo,
No.
but I will not subscribe to it because it's like
This is just the ugliest thing I've ever seen. That's all it
Also,
is.
People have been taking the fur off of Labubus.
Furbies! Furbies are a good analogy. Sorry. You talking about taking the fur off, I instantly thought of Furbies. People used to skin the Furbies.
Yeah, they did. But people are skinning these, and they're just like a regular baby doll repurposed, and they have like little panties on and shit.
Well, why
It's
is it a
ridiculous.
fucking furry baby?
I don't know.
Why does this appeal to anybody? You know who this appeals to? Sociopaths. This shouldn't appeal to anybody. I think you have some serious repressed trauma if you're like, damn, that's cute, I need one of those. I don't like that. I don't like this. This gives off serious pedophile vibes. And the reason I say that is, remember fucking Domo? When like Domo got to the later stages of Domo and what it was related with? Pedo Bear. Pedo Bear and Domo were very interchangeable.
I forgot about Pedo Bear.
In the internet days. What a fucking crazy time to be alive, by the way, that we just name dropped Pedo Bear as a reference point. But what I was getting to is before, I guess we have a middle section. We have Domo, Furby, Laboobies.
Furby was before Domo, was it?
No. Domo existed.
My bad. I didn't mean to wake the demons.
Domo is early. They were close. Like they existed in the same time frame, but like in terms of physical medium, like something I can hold, Furbies came after Domo, I think.
I just don't understand the phenomenon that Laboobies have. Like, Domo was all well and good. We only shared pictures of Domo and...
No, I had a Domo plush.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay, well...
But I definitely wanted it out of a claw machine.
Exactly. People are breaking down doors to get these Laboobies, and...
People did it with Beanie Babies.
That's true.
I was going to say, the only other two examples I have prior to like our generation are Beanie Babies and Hello Kitty.
I was going to say, this
Hello
is like
Kitty
the inverse
was
of Hello
massive.
Kitty. Like, there was the character and then the show, but this one, it's like there was the series, the book series, and now Labubu is its own thing.
There was something like this that existed already. And that's what I can't put like, during, not Domo years, but slightly after, there was something like ugly little chupacabra thing that existed. And I remember this existed, because like, the weird fucking stupid mouth on this thing, it reminds me of it, and the ears. Like, there was something like this that existed previously, and obviously it didn't work out, but this is not original.
Nobody's ever had an original thought. But Shane brought in a couple of weeks ago, we didn't actually talk about it, but one of the topics that he brought in was that some Chinese bank was offering Labubus.
That's right.
To open up bank accounts. So like
just toys?
Yeah. And people were doing it. And the Chinese government had to get involved because it's illegal. It's bribery.
Oh, I thought Labubu was illegal. I'm like, oh, damn, they ban it that quick. Good for them.
That'd be
that
funny.
is bribery. Yeah, I guess that'd be like if you were in 1994 and were like, hey, we're going to give away Beanie Babies if you start an account with us.
Exactly.
Then again, in America, they'd probably let that fly, no problem.
Probably.
But yeah, that's a weird... Opening a bank account to get a toy, you know? Like, maybe reevaluate some things in your life.
Yeah.
Like, maybe... This has as much negative energy as people that obsess over pop figures.
I I equated this with the pop figures, honestly.
It's just and it's an ugly toy at that, but it's just
Although
a toy.
These get taken out of the box because you don't know what they are when they're in the box.
So, there's nothing that I can understand about this. I don't understand. They're ugly. They're stupid. They're expensive. Why are they sought after? What do you do with it? You just have it.
They're keychains.
Resell it? They're just keychains? They're not even like big plushes or
No,
anything?
they're literally like this big. People have been getting, they make now a, so, you know, like the things that go into your vents in your car to hold
vent
things?
clips.
Yeah, basically. They're making those, but car seat holders for your Labubu.
I was going to say some early internet words that aren't acceptable in today's culture to say on a stream, so I had to stop myself for that moment of silence. Started with a K, so there's that. I hate that. Hate that a lot. Ended with yourself. Here's the deal.
Gotcha.
Don't fucking do any of this. I don't want to hear anybody, because I know the target demo in America for this. I don't want to hear anybody talk about capitalism and how much they hate capitalism when you're going out and buying these stupid little toys. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
I'm surprised McDonald's doesn't have Labubus yet.
Can't afford it.
Oh, that's fair.
Can't afford it. They have to have another Travis Scott meal.
Right now, McDonald's has McDonald's toys.
McDonald's is going to have Travis Scott toys again soon because he just blew his deal with WWE, so he needs a new partner. We're going to get the Travi Patty too.
No.
Can you imagine how much that's going to pop off when the Travi Patty returns? You know it will.
Yeah.
They're going to promote it like it's the McRib coming back.
I hope not.
We're going to get the Travi Patty too. I hate Labubu.
Yeah, I really don't understand the hype. I know some people who like Labubus, who have Labubus.
Going into this, I didn't understand it. Right now, I hate it.
And you still don't understand it? Or you understand
No, I still don't I know what it is now, at least.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought I would have some kind of answer as to, like, why people like them. I don't. I just hate it because nothing makes sense about it.
And the crazy part is...
I thought I was old and I didn't understand going into this. Now I just hate it. So maybe I am just old. Yeah.
But
back in my day,
shut the fuck
we had
up.
Domo. And I don't understand that either. So really, what is the evolutionary chain here?
I just don't understand. Like, 90% of the people who are buying Labubus have not read the book series that it is based upon.
Well, okay.
So why do you care? What made you want this? Some TikTok?
Well, people collected Pokemon cards and didn't know how to play the game. So if you ever own Pokemon cards but didn't know how to play the trading card game, you can't be upset about people not knowing the source material going in. All right? People own Pokemon cards, didn't know what the fuck how to play the Pokemon card game. So, I don't... Again, I still understand it. But I 100% expect people just to go and buy this because they saw it somewhere else. Not because they know the lore going in. The fact it's just a keychain really fucking bugs me.
Yeah, it bothers me a lot. People are putting them on their, like, really expensive designer purses and shit, and it's
I
like,
unironically thought it was like some stupid little brand that an influencer started at first, just based on the name. I'm like, oh, is that like Travis Scott's purse brand?
And that would trap.
I just keep saying Travis Scott because that's the only modern celebrity I know.
He's not even like a modern celebrity.
Give me a newer one.
Emma Chamberlain.
I don't know who that is.
Exactly.
Well, does she have a purse brand called Labubu?
I think she has a makeup brand now.
Called
but
Labubu. There it is. Yeah, no, these also remind me, not to the extent. Do you remember the little like animal squishies?
Mm-hmm.
They weren't erasers. They're like pencil toppers.
Yeah, I don't even know what they were, but they were just like.
But they were they were
things.
everywhere, and like some of them were translucent,
and they
like,
would melt in your car.
Some of them were quote unquote rare.
Mm-hmm.
I remember those being a thing. Also, I never purchased those.
Oh.
But I had a shit ton, so I'm assuming I just stole those while I was in school. Like if you saw me in elementary school and I had the little squishy animal things, I probably stole them because I never purchased them, and I had a ton of them. Same with Silly Bands.
Oh,
I think I bought one pack of Silly Bands, but I had an entire arm full of Silly Bands.
Well, then
so I was stealing your Silly Bands in school, guys.
You were the guy that was traded on the trust system. I'll bring you my silly bands tomorrow.
No, I definitely wouldn't do that. I would just like see them when like they were left in class or something or in gym and swipe them.
Devious licking.
Yeah,
the silly bands.
I was licking the silly bands way before it was cool. There was do you remember the ninjas?
Yeah.
The little spherical ninjas. Box Choi Boys, they were called.
Yes.
The Box Choi Boys. Unironically.
Do you remember Mighty Beans?
I do remember Mighty Beans. I said that to Ethan the other day, and I blew his mind because I was just naming old shit, and I said Mighty Beans, and that's the one that lost him. That and
it unlocked something in him.
the Crazy Bones. It wasn't Yo-Yo's Crazy Bones. It was something similar though.
Something.
But yeah, Crazy Bones and Mighty Beans. I very much had those and purchased those.
I
Those
stole
were
Mighty
Go-Go's
Beans
Crazy
from other
Bones.
people. Yes.
I had Mighty Beans. I purchased Crazy Bones for sure.
And see, all of these things, I'm much more likely to buy again before a Labubu.
I was gonna say, unironically, I looked up how much it is to buy a set of Box Choi Boys on Amazon the other day.
I was looking at silly bands the other day.
Well, don't do that. That's dumb. But Box Choi Boys were cool because you had the little translucent, like, Fruitiger arrow. They weren't they were ninjas.
Yeah.
Little ninjas with giant heads, but you could spin them. You could spin them on their heads. They used to have them. And here's how old I am, because now people are spending, I'm assuming, hundreds of dollars on these?
Yeah, they're getting multiples because
Okay.
they want the mysteries.
People are spending hundreds of dollars on a fucking keychain.
Yeah.
The things that were popular when I can't even say grown up. There's grown men buying these.
Yeah.
So like the things that were popular when I was collecting toys as a child, were webcams. But I was gonna say like Box Choi Boys and things like that you'd buy as small little things to trade. I was getting them from the fucking quarter machines at bowling alleys. Like that's where I got those.
Yeah,
That's the only place I ever got those.
This is not like this isn't for kids. This is marketed for grown-ups that haven't grown up.
If you're buying it, you should feel bad. That's what I'm saying. Like and not that like you're making the choice, but like you're being manipulated.
Yeah.
You're falling for the trap, man. You're falling for it.
What are you gonna do with your Labubu in 4 years?
Nothing, because it's a keychain and it'll be broken and gross because it's furry.
It's furry.
You know what I'm gonna do with my Furby? Keep it on the shelf. Because people are gonna
Peel
come
its
in
skin off.
and go, yo, is that a skinned Furby? And I'm like, hell yeah, dude, let's plug in the iDog and play with my Furby, and you can touch my Zazzle. 216-859-8699.
WSRR.
Today's mission. Change the autocorrect settings in your friend's phone to turn common words into long strings of obscenities.
August night, sun was so bright. It was just you and me, our lips and my hand in between. Couldn't stop missing your kiss, they were impossible to dodge. We really were the perfect couple,
like Nick and Marianne.
or so I thought all along. Were you faithful, or did you pretend to break my heart? Was it sincere from the start? November came and went and left us in parts. Still I believe those were our happiest days. Dancing and making out in the rain. I miss the way your concealer what you truly mean to me. I can hear your voice from a long time ago. It's telling me things about you that I wish I didn't know. Guess I risked it all for your kiss. It's like a car crash cut my wrist. I know the times we're not ever getting older. Looking back at you, your heart is getting colder. There's some things you need to address, like the way you always second guess me. I took it the hardest, but really it was harder not seeing you last Saturday. Spend another Valentine's alone, just trying to get you home. Wanted to see where your head was at, but never got that text back. No, no, no. I hate repeating the same song, but tonight I chose love and not love. Still I run back to you in an instant. Felt like I wasted all this time. You hurt me so bad, I just wanted you back. Go ahead, leave me again. Nothing I'll do will marry you like it once did. 'Cause I can hear your voice from a long time ago. It's telling me things about you that I wish I didn't know. Guess I risked it all for your kiss. It's like a car crash cut my wrist. I know the times we'll get on our wrists. 'Cause I can hear you.
Want to listen on the go? WSRR radio streams live 24/7, 365, absolutely free with the Live 365 app.
The Rebel Radio Show is live at 5.
Stop saying Daryl the Wild Man Show as if it was like a show that was on it. Well, that's not a thing.
Every Monday on WSRR Radio.
Welcome back to the Rebel Radio Show, live, uncut, and uncensored on WSRR Radio, saving the underground music scene. 216-859-8699. Once again, that's 216-859-8699. That number to text in. We're brought to you by Synergy Music Studio, Hellbender Vinyl, Generic Clothes, and Clearview Windows. For more information on all of our great sponsors, you can go to WSRRradio.com today. Check out our kick-ass sponsors section and give them some love. They're all supporters of local and independent music, as well as WSRR Radio. Time to take your balls out.
My balls?
Time to take your balls out because we're going bowling. Well, you might think that I'm being facetious.
You're not talking about my bowling?
No, I'm talking about your testicles.
Oh.
Take out your testicles. You listening at home, take out your balls. Pennsylvania. We love them. You can listen to Behind Enemy Lines from Pittsburgh. You can visit Hellbender Vinyl in Pittsburgh. But here's the thing that I don't understand. They're having a naked bowling event.
A couple, apparently.
Apparently 3 at least. So here...
It's at the P-Town Bar. Is that what that said?
No, it's not actually. Those are other unrelated events.
Other unrelated naked events?
Yeah.
The disappointment.
Join the Pittsburgh area naturists for balls out naked bowling.
Is it naturists or naturalists?
It's supposed to be, if it's natural, it's supposed to be naturalists would be
Yeah.
the correct term, and it's not. I thought it was going to be nudists. It's also not. But it's a nudist bowling event, to which I was very surprised when I pulled this up. And 3 other nudist events came up, which were bar trivia. But bowling?
I don't think bowling is an event that you should ever do naked. I think bar trivia is great naked. Sure, answer some questions. But any movement where there's like bending or, I don't know, just like general flexibility happening shouldn't be naked, right?
Yeah. Yeah, this is like the worst event. I was trying, like, tennis might be a little worse.
Ooh,
but, like,
basketball?
this is... Here's the thing, though.
You want to watch naked basketball?
No. Not necessarily.
There was hesitation in
No,
that.
but if I had to pick, I'd rather watch naked basketball than bowling, solely because you're up close with bowling.
That's fair.
Like,
okay.
When you're sitting waiting to bowl, when you're, like, 5th spot and number 1 is bowling, number 1... everyone else around you is naked. You're all like, and bowling seats are pretty close proximity.
You're in the little horseshoe booth.
Yeah, you're knee to knee.
Ass to ass.
You're almost ass to ass. But like, if you're the unfortunate guy who's putting in the names at the start of the night, and you're not bowling first, that means spot number 1 is almost ass to face.
Yeah.
Getting his ball in front of you while you're putting in the names. There's a lot of like bumping interaction in bowling. It's not a contact. It's not a sport, but it's not a contact sport.
I didn't think that there is a lot of like intentional bumping.
You're in close
in somebody's way.
Not even like if you go with 5 people, it's one thing, but like you're in contact with another 5 people immediately next to you, sharing the same seats.
But here's
sharing
the
the same seats, by the way. There's only like 6 seats on the floor of the bowling alley. Your ass is going to be where their bare ass was.
But here's the thing. Natural...
Nudist. Just call them nudists.
Naked people.
Yeah.
They are so okay with other naked people that it's just a level of, like, general consensus. Everybody's okay with everybody being naked. We don't even look at your titties. We talk to you to your face like a regular person.
God
You're not
forbid.
even naked.
I want to go bowling at 4 p.m. on a Sunday, though. And I see an entire house full of naked people.
I would hope that they have people outside, clothed, saying, hey, it's a ditty party in there.
I used to work at a bowling alley. You could not pay me enough to work at this event. Because I'm not cleaning.
And I'm not getting naked.
Well, the bigger issue, like, I will stand behind the desk. They still have to wear shoes, right? That's the crazy part. You still have to wear shoes.
You have to wear the bowling shoes.
You have to wear the bowling shoes. So they're not totally naked.
I hope they have socks on.
You have to. We won't give you the shoes if you're not wearing the socks. You can buy the socks for $3. See, I still know my craft. Spent like 3 years working in a bowling alley. But yeah, no, you have to wear socks and shoes at the very least. So they're not totally naked.
I don't like that.
But I don't
Commit
remember.
to the bit.
Oh, but my point was, I'll stand behind the desk and hand out the shoes. I'll sell the lanes. I am not cleaning up at the end of the night.
No, I'm not wiping down the seats.
Yeah.
I'm not.
You're touching ball sweat.
Literally. And like, I don't even know if I would want to rub down the balls at the end of the night. You know.
Okay, so fun fact, we don't.
You don't?
No. I worked at a bowling alley for like 3 years. The only time they ever told us to wipe down the balls was when COVID happened. And nobody knew like what precautions to take for anything. Like people were wearing fucking air filters out in public and shit.
Gotcha.
And putting bags on their head. And like this is like early days of COVID of like, how do we stay open? What can we do to say we're clean? We bought hand sanitizer and then made sure we wiped down balls.
I guess.
But like house balls, they're just hard urethane. You're not supposed to wipe them. Like they're not supposed to be cleaned.
What about inside the holes?
No one's ever doing that. Even when we wiped them down for COVID, no one's ever wiping those down.
That's crazy.
I'm going to let you know right now. No, anyone who's ever been bowling, if you're not bringing... It's another reason to buy your own bowling ball. Nobody has ever ever in any bowling alley wiping down the holes. You're sticking your greasy little fingers where someone else stuck their greasy little fingers, where someone's kid stuck their snotty little fingers. You're touching it all. That's just part of the process. That's America, buddy. And then you're eating your fries. Welcome to America. Not to mention the fucking alley grease.
Ugh.
And you don't want to know what's in that. Bowling is a very gross environment, and you just have to learn how to get real cool with it real quick.
I don't understand.
Shoes? Those don't get cleaned. They get sprayed.
There is a way that the carpet feels in those type of places.
Cheap and from the 80s.
And like sticky, just kind of like a general.
Yeah, it's
So,
a fucking
like,
bowling. It's like
bowling
pop
alley.
and lean oil and all of the other shit spilled on it.
But like bowling alley, roller rink,
Arcade.
arcade. Those are the sticky,
Yeah.
matted down carpet.
I have a theory about it. They took that carpet out when I
Really?
worked at the bowling alley. They put because they tried to do, it failed miserably. If you've ever been here, you know where I'm talking about. It failed miserably. They tried to make it like a super hip, trendy thing. They tried to like modernize bowling. So they took a bowling alley that had been around since the 40s, and they tore out 10 lanes to put laser tag in it that nobody played. They took out all of the pool tables to put in the smallest, dinkiest arcade that nobody fucking used, and a fucking ticket redemption center where everyone just walked over there and stole candy all night. Like, it flopped. It was a total failure, and the decor they chose to replace that your typical 80s like arcade bubblegum floor was paint everything gray. All the walls were gray, and then they changed the floor to the ugly, it looked like rust. It was gray and orange tile, like carpet tiles. But I'm not talking like you block of gray, block of orange, block of gray. No, they were like gray and orange interwoven together like an old blanket from the 90s, kind of like just you found some thread and used it. The worst fucking carpet tile ever. That wasn't even like glued down. It would come up, and then they put fucking reflective ceilings on. It was just metal plated ceilings. And they took out all of the bowling seating.
Didn't you say that a couple of times those ceiling tiles would fall
Yes.
and slice people?
Yes, people almost died several times because they had just the literal thin sheet metal. It was just shiny sheet metal to replace what was like old school styrofoam tiles. They replaced that with sheet metal, and the air would turn on. And because it's just like 3-ounce sheet metal sitting there, it would rattle them, and they would get out of place, and they would fall. And it almost killed people several times.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, it's terrible.
And then imagine that naked.
And naked. Well, and also, real quick, they took out all the bowling chairs while we were there and replaced them with nasty orange leather, faux leather couches.
Yeah.
Like really small ones. And then, like, gutted the bar area and made it the typical, like, $83 cheeseburger with no fries bar area, where it's rusty metal aesthetic stool and the Thurman light bulbs and sheet metal bar. Terrible experience. That's enough about my rant about the bowling alley I worked at. But at least there were no nudists there. I'll say that much. Again, I will work the event. That's fine, because I could negotiate my way into getting paid more for working this event. However, I will not be cleaning for this event.
I feel like at least there were no nudists there can be said about a lot of shitty situations just to make it feel better.
I will say, and I've been going back and forth with this, the only plus I can see about attending this event is the hand cooler. The hand cooler is going to get a lot of use during the nudist bowling event.
That's a dick cooler.
That's a ball cooler.
Oh,
That's the ball cooler right there. That's got to be a great time. It might make up for everything else.
Honestly, you might be right.
I think I am.
But, I can just...
Kind of mad I never used the ball cooler while I worked at a bowling alley. I could have. I could have stayed after hours. I could have used the ball cooler. I didn't.
Go back.
No. won't be doing that.
Break in to cool your balls.
No, won't be doing that. Not on my agenda today. Maybe tomorrow. Not on my agenda today, though. Using the ball cooler.
I need to know why bowling for the nudists.
Yeah, again, terrible. Like, worst thing you could do. Like, terrible angles. Terrible time.
I need...
A lot of room for error.
What is the best nudist activity?
Staying home.
Yeah, I guess.
Staying in your own home.
If they were forced to go outside for a group activity once in their lifetime.
Swimming.
I guess, yeah.
Swimming. It's the most concealable.
It's just streaking.
It's just, you're just skinny dipping.
Yeah.
I can live with that.
Skinny dipping.
You're skinny dipping in a vat of chemical that is designed to clean the water you're in. I can live with that.
That's fair.
I can live with getting in the pool after a naked person.
Can you live with getting in the pool with naked people?
Depends on how the naked people look.
Oh, so you're judging.
Yes. If you're going out in public naked, you are opening yourself up to judgment. That is Book of Genesis. You can't blame me for that. That's literally the origin of humankind. Yes, I'm going to judge you for being naked.
Fair enough.
So why we do it. So yes, I will if you're going out into public, especially to bowl naked.
I just don't understand why there's multiple events in Pittsburgh. Like, what's going on? Is there a big nudist colony in Pittsburgh?
Has to be at least one. If they got 4 events right now. Nudist trivia is also a weird one.
Everybody's
You want to be
sitting at a
naked
bar.
just to do trivia?
I'm just thinking bar food and beer. The atmosphere for being naked is not there.
Yeah, to me, I don't want to sit anywhere naked in public.
I feel that. Yeah.
That's the part I'm really getting hung up on.
Axe throwing.
If I am, they also put that in the bowling alley and no one played it. If I am either the nudist or the person coming in after the nudist, I don't want to sit in any of the places. I don't want to be naked and sitting in a bowling alley. I don't want to sit in the bowling alley where someone's sweaty balls have been. None of this is good. Nobody wins in this. This bowling alley doesn't win. They have to clean it. They probably won't. That's the thing. They probably won't.
Or they have somebody who is a part of the nudist colony that works there.
No way.
Well,
no shot.
How is this legally okay? Is it a private party?
I would assume it's like they rent the building for the night.
And then
because we had an after prom at the
What?
bowling alley when I worked there. Yeah, they rented the building for an after prom. I didn't work it, but they rented the building for an after prom when I worked there, and we had to be there. I didn't. We had to be there from like 9 p.m. to 2 in the morning because they rented out the building. It was a weird one-time event. Moral of the story: bowling alleys are very gross. 216-859-8699.
So, your friends invited you to their annual Super Bowl party, but you can't remember if that's the sport that's played with the sticks or with the bat. No fear, just break out your trusty sporting event shirt from GenericClothes.com. But what's that you say? It's election season and your family has color-coded their entire personality again? Go ahead and play your part as the one true middleman by wearing your ambiguous political statement t-shirt. Yes, for all of your unwanted social interactions, geopolitical statements, or ideologies about the fashion industry in general, GenericClothes.com has you covered. Once again, that's GenericClothes.com.
July 19th, 2025, East Palestine, Ohio, still not clean water. So let's face the facts here. Fact of the matter is, you shouldn't be paying overpriced at your local shop. Fact of the matter is, eBay and Amazon, they're going to price gouge you too. And fact of the matter is, not everybody has a buddy's garage that they can just pull from to get their parts they need in time. But fortunately, you do. YourBuddiesGarage.com has select used, salvage, and scrap parts all at your convenience. Before you pay a pro, see what your buddy's got at YourBuddiesGarage.com.
Unless specifically specified, no parts are guaranteed to work. These are salvage parts. Each description will give as much insight as possible into the quality of each part. We do not offer refunds for this purpose. These are intended to be quick fixes or first options before the shop.
Hi, this is Melissa.
And hey, it's Matt.
Coming at you from Synergy Music Studio.
We are a recording and production studio located on the south side near Chicago.
Check us out online at synergymusicstudio.com. We offer recording, mixing, and mastering.
And follow us on Instagram at Synergy Music Studio. Rock hard.
You're listening to the Rebel Radio Show, legal in 47 states.
Welcome back to the Rebel Radio Show. Dimes, vodka, nacho
tomatoes.
cheese, tomatoes, chocolate. Is that it? Is that the 5? Is that the big 5?
I mean, there was the pasta, but that was in the woods.
That's in the woods. Doesn't count. Dimes, tomatoes, chocolate, nacho cheese,
Vodka. Yeah.
Those are the big 5, guys. As long as you have those, your roads are covered. Now, a new challenger approaches.
Which I think is a very heavy hitter
It's a
challenger.
top contender. Toothpaste shuts down road, spills all over the road. Oh, no. A North Carolina road was temporarily closed due to Let me try that one more time. A North Carolina road was temporarily closed so crews could clean up the minty fresh mess of spilled toothpaste mixed with sawdust. I'm assuming they put the sawdust on the toothpaste to make it clump.
Yeah, kind of like a
vomit, yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say vodka again, but I don't think you need that.
Vodka will make you vomit.
No, well, yeah, and then you need the sawdust.
There you go.
Yeah. Toothpaste is a rough one.
I can imagine that being very slippery, and also the overpowering mint has to be crazy right there, right? Like burning your eyeballs type.
I'm trying to rationalize. Because I'm standing on business when I say, see, I'm hip with it.
Is it clocking to you?
It's clocking. This is clocking right now. I'm standing on business when I say that I think the worst one to drive through. Still vodka.
Really?
Vodka, still the worst. Nacho cheese is up there too. I think chocolate's probably number 3.
I think nacho cheese and toothpaste are kind of hand in hand. But, I don't know. I feel like nacho cheese
Cheese rots.
Yeah.
Cheese gets fucking nasty and moldy. Like, I am confident I can get the toothpaste off of my car. That is my one redeeming quality about driving through So let me set this up for you guys. You're driving down the highway, and there's a spill ahead of you.
A couple of them.
And that spill is you got 6 lanes to choose from. Each lane is different. In lane 1, it's vodka. A tanker truck of vodka has tipped over, and you have to drive through the vodka. Lane 2 is a Brinks truck, and there's coins, dimes specifically, scattered all over the highway. Lane number 3 is nacho cheese. A vat of nacho cheese has tipped over on the highway. Next to that, we have a lane of chocolate, and then a lane of crushed tomatoes.
Yes.
Now we have a lane of toothpaste as well joining the fray. By the way, these are all true, real events that happened. The highway and roads have been covered in all of these things in the history of doing this show.
Yeah, all of these things have been covered in the road and covered on our show.
We've also had a road stolen in Akron.
Yes. Well, it was a bridge.
It was a bridge, and they found it. So, that's enough of that. Someone's driveway was stolen, too.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
I don't think they found that one. They found the bridge, but they didn't find the person's driveway. I think it was a woman. They didn't find the woman's driveway that was taken. And somebody's house was torn down without their knowledge.
Nope.
All right, anyway, back to the roads. You got a road of vodka, a road of tomatoes, a road of cheese, a road of chocolate, a road of coins, and a road of toothpaste. Which one are you driving down? If you have to pick one, the best course of action, you're driving down it. I still think, best case scenario, I'm driving down the coins.
I want to choose vodka, but
That's the worst. Absolute worst choice is vodka. You will never convince me vodka isn't the worst choice.
I feel like vodka might be the best choice.
Your car is going to smell like vodka all the time.
But at least
Good luck getting pulled over.
there's no remnants of like whatever was on the...
You ever spill alcohol?
Well,
It's
yeah.
pretty sticky, and
Okay.
it's there for a while.
But the decaying nastiness of the cheese, the chocolate, the tomatoes...
That's why I think cheese is number 2. Because cheese dries, and then it gets gross. I think cheese is an easy 2. Like, cheese is fucking gross.
So you think dimes then cheese?
No, dimes is the best.
Oh,
Dimes
so
is the best thing to drive
okay,
through.
so vodka then cheese. We're
Vodka
going
then
from
cheese.
down up.
Yeah,
okay.
worst case scenario is vodka. Under that is cheese, because then cheese is gonna like get splashed all up in your undercarriage and mold and get
Oh,
hard,
I hate
and it's
cheese
gonna.
in my undercarriage.
Everyone does. That's why you need the ball cooler. But that's what that happens. Like realistically, if I'm driving my truck through the cheese, Sentence everyone has said. It's going to splash up into the undercarriage. It's going to get hard. It's going to dry. And it's going to stink. And it's going to be there a while. Because I'm not going to, after it like starts to rot, it's going to turn brown. And I'm not going to see it under my car. And it's just going to fucking resonate. Hot, stinky cheese smell all the time. Easy number 2. Number 3. Toothpaste. Toothpaste is rough.
I don't know. What about tomatoes?
See, okay, here's what toothpaste and tomatoes have going for them.
Okay.
Easy
Give me
to
the rundown.
Easy to wash off. Like, I'm confident I can go through the car wash and the tomatoes will be gone. I'm confident that I can go through the car wash, and even if the toothpaste is not gone, what's the worst case scenario? It smells a little minty.
I feel like toothpaste actually might be the best case scenario for what it leaves your car in.
You can clean it,
but
right? You're cleaning your car at the end of the day.
I feel like driving through it, you're going to have to worry about how slippery it is.
Yeah. That might land it a little higher on the negative side. Chocolate's going to be my number 3.
Chocolate also slippery, but it might...
Chocolate's slippery, it's going to be harder to clean.
Yeah, it's going to be
really
look
hard to like
clean.
poop.
Yeah, it's going to look really bad. You just drove through mud.
Yeah.
But it's chocolate.
Vodka's the worst.
Was there glass also in the road
No.
from the vodka?
No.
So
it was
Like
vodka.
I would drive through the vodka because there is
No.
nothing left on your car.
I hope you get pulled over.
Yes, your car smells like alcohol. But if you yourself are not drunk and you're like, hey, officer, I literally drove through that tanker
not
of
about
vodka
being drunk.
in that first lane that was in next to all the other lanes with all the spilt shit.
I'm not saying you get pulled over after you get off the highway. Like, I'm not saying you drive through the vodka, get off the highway, and a cop pulls you over and go, you're drunk. That's not what's happening. I'm talking like 3 weeks later, you go to the store, and a cop walks by your car, and it reeks of vodka. I'm not saying you're drunk and you have to fucking go to jail for it. I'm saying it's the inconvenience of you walking out of the store and the cop going, you're drunk. Why does your car reek like vodka?
Gotcha.
Every time. Every time a cop happens to pass by.
See, I feel like I would rather take the having to explain that I drove through a tanker of vodka.
And then they're not going to believe you, too. You're going to get field sobriety tested.
Every time, yeah.
Yeah. So, like,
100%.
it's not worth the hassle. I'll just drive through the coins. It's going to make an awesome sound as I'm driving. It's got traction. I get money.
How dense are these coins?
It's only a Brinks truck. It's only coins. I think it was $10,000.
Yeah. I was trying to remember the amount.
Like, again, like I
Or
could
was
stop.
it 10,000 dimes?
I could pick up. No, I think it was dollars. I could pick up some dimes. I could get back in the truck. Like, worst case scenario with the dimes,
Is you
some
can't get
fucking
over it.
I have a truck. Some worst case scenario with the dimes, some dimes get lodged in my tires and in my truck, and I get free money. I think it's a win-win. The dimes are a great case scenario. I'm going straight to the well from the dimes.
Not the well.
I have a well currency. The dimes are the best case scenario. And no one will ever convince me the dimes aren't the best case scenario.
I don't know if I honestly truly think if I was faced with 6 lanes of all this garbage, I would choose vodka.
No, last choice. Above dimes, second best choice, I'm going to say toothpaste.
I was going to say, yeah, toothpaste would be.
My only condition with that is now there's sawdust on it.
Yeah.
And that kind of just makes it as bad as the chocolate.
It makes it clumpier. It's going to be harder to get off.
Yeah, because then you're going to get chunks of sawdust like stuck in your... That makes it worse than chocolate and tomatoes.
Yeah.
If it was just toothpaste, that'd be my second choice to drive through. If it's toothpaste with sawdust, which it is, that might be like number 3. It might go like vodka's the worst, nacho cheese, sawdust, toothpaste. And then I'm going chocolate, tomatoes, coins. Coins are the easiest. Tomatoes I have no issue with. I'm going to blast through them. I'm going to get a car wash. Chocolate, it's going to stick on my car a little bit more. It's going to be slipperier to get through, but I can get a car wash, and like maybe after 2, it'll all be gone. Then I get to sawdust and toothpaste. I can probably get it off with the car wash. The toothpaste helps with the slipperiness, or the sawdust helps with the slipperiness. And again, worst case scenario, it's going to clean my car, kind of.
I think
I'm going to have some sawdust stuck some places.
I feel exactly the same about the chocolate and the nacho cheese as each other, you know?
I don't, because cheese gets fucking gross in the heat. Cheese is going to go bad and moldy. No, and chocolate's easier to get off.
I don't know. I cannot rationalize any difference between the chocolate and the nacho cheese. So those.
Do you not know the difference between chocolate and cheese?
Well, not like that.
If I leave a Hershey's bar on the counter for 3 weeks and a block of cheese on the counter for 3 weeks, you tell me they're the same thing?
If I drive through them, yes.
Disagree. Disagree. You leave a fucking Hershey's bar in the lane for 3 weeks and a block of cheese in another lane for 3 weeks. I am every time driving through the chocolate because that's just going to come right off in the car wash. It's not going to stink. It's not going to stick. There's not going to be mold. It's just going to be hot, melty cocoa. That's all it is.
But
and
it's
I
hot,
wash it off.
melty nacho cheese.
It's fucking moldy and stinky. And the cheese is going to get interwoven in the fucking grooves of my tire in the tread. Where I'm going to have moldy cheese in the tread of my tires. And it's going to stink.
Use a toothbrush. Get it out of there.
I don't want to. That's part of the reason I wouldn't drive through it, because I wouldn't have to do that with chocolate. Again, it's the vodka situation. I'm not saying it's going to make my car fucking totaled. I'm saying I don't want to put up with the hassle that it leads to.
So you're saying Dimes leads to the least amount of hassle because
Dimes
you end up
is
with
a
money.
Pro. Dimes is always a net positive. There's nothing bad that can happen with the Dimes. It makes a great sound. There's free money. You can get out of your car and scoop. What, am I going to get out of my car and scoop up some nacho cheese? I don't think so. I'm going to do it with Dimes, though. I'm going to take out my shovel. I'm going to right into the Dimes. It's going to be the best feeling I have all day. Then I'm going to drive through them. I'm going to get a nice crunchy sound when I drive. And it's great because, like, if you drive and you're like, oh, man, I never get to use my four-wheel drive and I'm on the highway, and when I do get to use my four-wheel drive, I'm super inconvenienced because it's fucking snow that I'm mad that I have to get out of, or it's mud that I'm mad that I have to get out of, or it's cheese that I'm mad that I have to get out of. But if it's Dimes, what's the risk? What's the risk in Dimes? There's none. Dimes are worth their weight in gold in this scenario.
But if you have a lower car or not four-wheel drive, I feel like
You
Dimes...
tell me what car isn't making it. I don't think it's not like a mountain of Dimes. They're scattered on the highway.
If it's a thin layer of Dimes, maybe. But if it's like a singular pile...
It's not, because that's not how trucks tip over on the highway. It didn't leave a mound of Dimes that you then have to climb and not drive around. No. I don't think you understand how Dimes on the highway work. 216-859-8699. Send me some Dimes.
Hey, Style here, and I want to take a minute to talk to you about Hellbender Vinyl, a proud supporter of local and independent music and a proud supporter of WSRR Radio. Hellbender Vinyl is one of America's most trusted custom vinyl pressing plants. Located in Upper Lawrenceville on Butler Street, Hellbender is Pittsburgh's first and only vinyl record pressing plant and is here to help local bands and artists get their albums onto vinyl. Hellbender Vinyl offers vinyl record pressings to ensure that albums don't just end up as a bunch of ones and zeros floating around somewhere on the internet. So, if you're interested in giving your album a physical release, you can visit hellbendervinyl.com to start the conversation today. Plus, every customer at Hellbender Vinyl receives 5 free test presses to review at no additional cost. Hellbent on quality, hellbent on service, hellbendervinyl.com. Did you know that your old drafty windows can cost you anywhere between $100 and $600 a year? If you're in Northern Ohio, you need to give J.D. Miller at Clearview Windows a call. A small, local business that takes pride in its craftsmanship, Clearview Windows provides exceptional customer service and attention to detail that can increase your home's value with more energy-efficient windows and doors at a fair price. But don't just take my word for it. Google Clearview Windows by J.D. Miller and check out the reviews from satisfied customers. So give them a call at 330-521-0965. That's 330-521-0965. Clearview Windows, where quality is more than just words on a sign.
Hi, this is Melissa.
Hey, it's Matt.
Hi guys, my name is Ari. Coming at you from Synergy Music Studio. Come through to a Synergy Naked session.
Synergy Naked is a live performance recording, also captured on video. Look for our releases on YouTube at Synergy Music Studio.
We're located on the south side near Chicago. Passing through.
Hit up our DMs on Instagram at Synergy Music Studio. Rock hard.
this feeling hits me when I hear the sound.
Whoever's the owner of the gray sedan, you left the Rebel Radio Show playing.
I have audio, but I cannot hear you.
Hello? Hey, there we go. What the hell did you do to me?
You know, I just like to silence you sometimes.
The hell was that for? 216-859-8699. The hell was that for?
You want me to text in the line?
Yeah.
What the hell that was
Yeah,
for?
what the hell, man?
Or have other people
You go silent for the last 30 minutes? Yeah, what the hell?
My bad.
I don't even know if I want to do this anymore. I don't know if I want to fucking do this segment anymore.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'll just shut the fuck up, I guess.
I'll silence you
I
again.
don't even know what the hell we're going to talk about.
Oh, I know what we're going to talk about.
Whatever. Turn my fucking mic off anyway. What does it matter what I think?
Listen. All right. Well, at least you aren't pretending to be an ambassador for an embassy. That
You don't know that.
Are you?
You don't know that.
Oh.
I'm not going to confirm or deny my embassy status.
Your diplomatic status?
My diplomatic embassy status of India. So a guy posed as an ambassador for India and ran a fake embassy.
Yeah, he ran a fake embassy out of a rented residential building near the capital, New Delhi.
The fact that it was near the capital was wild to me.
And not in the capital or something?
No,
or like
the
just
fact that it was close to the capital and he had a building that said embassy on it, and no one at the capital of India went, oh, look, maybe this isn't up to par.
I wonder.
What is this residential rental home that says embassy on it?
I wonder if like somebody else was kind of like gaslit into thinking it was
Now listen,
an embassy.
Listen, I've said this before on the show. I'm not saying anything against the people of India, but they have a certain track record for not being the most reliable people. There's a reason that call center scams primarily resonate from India. This is not doing them any favors.
Yeah, so basically he was pretending to be an ambassador and running a fake embassy to steal a bunch of people's money and promise them jobs in other countries.
I feel like there's an easier way. I
So-
just feel like there's an easier way to steal money.
I just want to know where the people that actually, like, who... It's obviously, like, a current investigation and everything. They're trying to figure out everything that he did and was up to while being the fake ambassador. Like, one of which they had recovered a bunch of cars with fake diplomatic plates. So he was just driving around as an ambassador. But, let's see. Police recovered multiple doctored photos showing this man, Jain, Jain,
Jane.
with world leaders and fake seals of India's foreign ministry and nearly 36 countries. That's all it says. It says
And fake seals of India's foreign ministry
okay.
and nearly 36 other countries. Here's the problem. I feel like there's easier ways to go about stealing money.
Yeah.
I feel like the payoff just isn't there. Like, okay.
this
All
is
right.
stolen valor.
It's not. It's not valor to fucking work in an embassy building.
Well, I mean, the stolen valor that is being a pretend doctor or a pretend lawyer or
I think they call that fraud.
Well, yes.
I think it's called fraud.
But on this show, we've been referring to it as stolen valor.
No, not in the embassy. Not when it comes to the embassy. Not when it comes to the Indian embassy. Was he... I have a lot of questions. He had several cars with fake embassy plates.
Yeah, diplomatic plates.
Diplomatic plates. He had several cars with fake... Like, he's investing more money into this than it's worth.
He's literally just doing the dress-up part of it to the T.
Buying 4 cars, manufacturing fake diplomatic plates for those cars.
That pass well enough to...
Yeah. Having doctored photos and seals from other countries' administrative. there's too much.
Putting embassy
And renting the place.
on a rented
assuming
building.
that he doesn't live in this building he's renting, which he might. It just might be his house that he's doing this out of. But you would assume people are going here if he's dressed it up this much. Like if there's cars parked out front. I wonder if he's driving all four. If there's cars parked out front with fake diplomatic plates on them, if there's a sign that says embassy on the building, you'd assume people are coming here.
Yeah.
Like the people he's scamming are in person.
Yes.
At least partly. Right? Did he have like a scam team with him? I think it's a bit shady if you're going to an embassy building and it's just this one guy.
That's fair. I didn't even think to the does he have a secretary and
I would assume this is like a whole operation.
People.
And I'm really trying to wrap my head around this because it doesn't seem logical. Even from a scamming perspective, it doesn't like you're putting a lot of money into this.
He just wanted to live. He wanted to be the ambassador at the embassy.
I think he just wanted some money. Because
I think this was his dream job and he couldn't have it, so he made it.
An embassy's job is relations between countries.
Yes.
I'm very much trying to figure out how much money on the surface when you pitch this idea you can plan to make, because obviously you're just going to scam people out of money and you're going to take whatever you can from them. But on the surface level, how much money does an embassy make? Because it's not like
his embassy made 4.5 million Indian rupees, which is $52,000.
I was going to say that's not even close, conversion wise.
Yeah.
See, $52,000 is that's 3 days of an Indian call center scam, though.
And that's
not
less money than he'd pay for the house, cars, plates,
right,
everything.
That's what I'm saying. The math ain't math in here. The conversions. This dude's not intelligent. Criminals very rarely are, but this guy is he put way too much effort into something that isn't. The yield is not beneficial here. If I can break down the math for it, the yield is not beneficial to the gains.
So it looks like they said the entire inside of the place was adorned with international flags from just several different nations.
I want to see how bad it looks. I really want to see how a studio apartment, Dennis Reynolds doing the fucking running for president tape, and it's a American beach towel and $1 million bill flag in the background. That's what I imagine. I imagine it's this shitty apartment. He bought a bulk box of flags on Amazon and hung them up all over his white walls with shitty, gross floors and furniture. That's what I'm imagining. I imagine this place looks like shit. But apparently it fooled enough people. And again, that brings me to my point of he's obviously using the building.
Yes.
So he's obviously scamming people in person. But you'd have to think the bulk of this is online. You'd have to think the bulk is the off chance someone's trying to reach the... I'm assuming he's posing as the Indian embassy.
Yes.
Because it doesn't say American embassy in India.
No.
It just says embassy.
Posing as... He claimed to have acted as an advisor or administrator to entities such as Saborga and Western...
Yeah, that doesn't help me. That doesn't help me.
It's probably just random different corners of the world that nobody would really check. Oh, is India really talking to these people?
That's not what I was asking. I'm asking if he's posing as an Indian embassy. Because he's not saying he's an American embassy. It's not like the American embassy in India. You know? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think
it's not set up by the U.S. He's not posing as the U.S. He is the connection between us and the U.S. He is the Indian side of connecting to other countries.
I believe so, because he has the fake seals for the Indian...
Well, he has it for other countries, it says.
Foreign ministry in nearly 3 dozen other countries.
Yeah. But I'm assuming that he is posing as the Indian embassy.
That would be the easiest, because he's next to the capital.
Well, it'd be the most logical.
Yeah.
Because I'm assuming he's an Indian dude.
Yes.
Sounds like an Indian name. Lives in India. If it walks like a duck, quacks, it might be a duck. I'm just assuming this guy's Indian. It must happen in New Delhi. So, I would assume. But again, logically, this guy's not making a lot of sense anyway. He's not capitalizing his revenue stream. So maybe not.
Also, he's 47 years old. Well,
ambassadors are old.
Yeah, but you would think he would... Well, I guess I don't know, because he probably... I don't know if he's been in the scam game long.
Okay,
So-
but hang on. My initial point I was going to here was he's hoping on the off chance that someone needs to reach out to the Indian embassy. That is his target demo,
And-
which is a very niche thing to begin with. So, like, he obviously scammed enough people to make some money, a decent amount of money in day-to-day life, not in, like, a scamming community
Yeah.
or for an embassy, but he scammed enough people to make or one person, a lot of money. He scammed a decent amount of money out of these people. So it worked to a degree.
But not enough. It wasn't deep enough.
I'm just wondering, because, okay, so it clarifies that he promised them jobs overseas.
Yes.
So primarily, I would assume he is scamming fellow residents of India into thinking that they are going to have jobs for the Indian embassy, the Indian government, in other countries.
Probably.
You were going to go work at the Indian embassy in Pakistan, right? And he's charging them a fee for application
and relocation,
asking for their bank information or social. Do they do social security?
I think Social Security is an American thing, bud.
Asking for their information to steal their identity and or bank information. That is like I'm really struggling to connect the dots of this guy's thought process. So this is the best way to make money
Like
while
I
also
said,
paying for all this stuff.
I truly think he wanted to embody an ambassador and be an ambassador.
I just don't think.
And he wanted the people around him to think of him that way because he had 4 cars with the diplomatic plates. He had all the Photoshop of him with the people. Like it's
No, I don't think that's the case because if he genuinely just wanted to be an ambassador and this is how he went about doing it, I think he'd be actively trying to do
better.
ambassadorial things.
And not
Like he would be
steal money.
trying to talk to other countries or like put people in contact with other countries while it isn't his authority. Like if he
Gotcha.
wanted to do that, he would be doing that, not just
You're
taking
right.
money.
You're right.
I haven't been to the embassy much myself recently. I got to stop back in soon, but I don't think they just take your money when you show up.
When you go to Embassy Suites, they do.
I don't know any other embassies. I was going to make another joke, but I don't know any other embassies. So, oh well. But okay, also, again, not helping India's case. What I believe is the United States Embassy in India. You'd think their primary objective would be monitoring these scams. These Indian call center scams and things like that. Money laundering, right? But I've seen a lot of like in-person video of these call center operations happening a block away from the embassy, the actual U.S. embassy in India.
Yeah.
So like they don't care. They don't care.
Well, most of the time, whenever I've dealt with somebody who has lost their passport abroad and they go to the U.S. embassy, a lot of the times the U.S. embassy is like, all right, I can't fucking help you for a couple of days. Figure it out. It feels like
The U.S. embassy is supposed to be your resource to get in contact with the U.S. outside of the U.S., right?
Yes.
That, I'm not mistaken.
That
That
is
their
correct.
job. Like you said, you get in some kind of legal trouble, you don't have a passport, you can't fly. Like there's some issue traveling, you go to the embassy, or you're in legal trouble, you go to the embassy. If you need some kind of if you're seeking refuge,
Yep.
you can probably go to the embassy.
That's true.
Okay. I just
Yeah.
want to make sure I knew what an embassy did.
That is all correct.
Okay. It's just a representation of our government in another country.
Correct.
They don't just take your money.
No.
And say, hey, we'll give you a job. Also, can you just walk into a government building and be like, I want a job. Sure, we'll send you overseas. I don't think you should be smart enough to know that's not a thing either.
Yeah. But I mean, I've never known how an Indian embassy has ever worked, so I don't know. You have?
The only thing I can think of is you can reach out like online to the embassy of another country to report fraud or
Yes.
report scams. You can reach out to the embassy because it's an international crime at that point. And if like you're being targeted by a call center scam in India, you can reach out to our government, but they can't make the arrest or do any kind of prosecution to someone in India. They can advise you how to get away from these people, but they cannot bring justice to the person who is scamming you in India. They don't have any jurisdiction over that. So you'd reach out to the Indian embassy and say, hey, or the United States embassy in India, either one probably, and you say, hey, just so you know, X, Y, and Z is a call center scam, and they've been trying to take money, and they've taken this much money. Go after them. You can do that. That's why they have online resources to reach like foreign embassies. So I can only imagine. And maybe this is... I think this is too smart of a plan for this guy, because it took me this long to think of it. I think it's too smart of a plan for this guy. His group that he's employing, his call center team, right, his scam team, they're running a scam. And somehow, I don't have the middle part yet. I don't have step 2. Step 1 is they run the scam on Americans or anyone in the other country. They run the scam. They take the money. Step 2 is someone connects them to, quote-unquote, the Indian embassy. And step 3 is the quote-unquote Indian embassy then takes more money from them.
Yeah.
But do you hit the same target twice?
You can.
And are you dumb enough
But are you
on the
actually
other
giving
end to
them
be
jobs?
scammed twice?
Oh, the job fell through. Here, I have another job for you.
No. I'm not talking about the job thing at all. At all. None of that I was
thought
talking
you were
about.
talking about like people getting scammed by the embassy more than once.
Yeah, I am. I'm talking about the guy who runs it is running a scam. He has people under him that are running a scam.
Okay.
Those people, step 1, scam people online. This has nothing to do with the embassy. Scam people online. Pose as DirecTV. I don't care. Scam people online. Right? Take their money. Step 2, somehow get those same people to then say, hey, here's how you get that money back. Contact the Indian embassy. Pose as someone else. Say, here, contact the Indian embassy. You guys got scammed. We'll get your money back. Put them in contact with the fake embassy that they also work for, and then the fake embassy scams them out of more money.
Gotcha.
I'm saying, is this too large of an operation, too smart of an operation for this guy? Because I kind of think it is.
Yeah.
But also, the logistics of scamming the same person twice on both ends. Do you run the risk, and do they fall for it twice?
I don't think they...
Because that second part is where it gets tricky, is how do you then reach out and say, hey, contact the Indian embassy?
Yeah. And, like, because you would have to know prior knowledge that this person was scammed. And so you would be on the inside of that.
Right.
So how do you get that information and relay, hey, contact the Indian embassy without being...
All right, here's the new step. Now we're just thinking of scams, which probably isn't a great thing to do over the radio.
No, we're just feeding
But logically, we talked about 2 weeks ago, people that can clone phone numbers.
Yes.
Logically, then, you give it a couple days, and you clone the number of, like, Dad, and you say, hey, I remember you telling me about X, Y, and Z scam. Here's the link to the Indian embassy. Maybe they can help you. Send text from Dad's phone number.
Or the Indian embassy reaches out to you.
Oh, the embassy never reaches out. No, the embassy never reaches out.
Because they cracked a big scam call center or scam system, and they saw your information, and they want to help you get your money back. Pay this fee.
Possibly? I just think you're running the bigger risk at that point of, I'm not going to fall for that. I think on the person getting scammed end, if I've already been scammed out of $10,000 from an Indian call center, if another Indian email or number contacts me, I don't care who they say they are. I'm probably not going to respond to it.
That's fair.
I think that's the bigger risk there. But again, I think this is all way too much for this guy.
Yeah,
I don't think we can give him this kind of credit. I think he got lucky with a few people that tried to reach out to the Indian embassy.
And they found him instead.
And somehow, and I don't even think this was his goal, I think somehow he got lucky with people wanting jobs within the Indian embassy.
And he was like, oh shit,
and that's where most of his money came from.
Yeah.
I also want to know if he is, like, in debt. Because, like, the money he spent on the rental and the cars versus the money because he made, what, $52,000 or something like that? He made $52,000 from all his scamming.
4.2 million rupees.
It doesn't matter. Put it in a fucking number I can understand. Because that sounds like a lot of money. It's really not. $52,000. Not a lot in a scam. I wonder if he is in debt more than $52,000. Because I would think so, yeah.
I think that's a very fair assessment because he spent way too much putting the facade on that he was the ambassador and not actually like making the scam.
Also, and I don't know this, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that he probably paid someone for the doctored photos of him with foreign leaders. And I also want to see how convincing they were. I hope they were really bad photoshops that he paid for. I want to see the photos. Show me the photos. Show me the list. I want to see the photos of him with other countries' politicians and ambassadors. And
That's so funny.
I also want to know how well the seals were produced from other governments, because there's no way he'd made all that, right?
Oh, I don't think so at all.
If he's dumb enough to get caught, I don't think he's dumb enough to like recreate
Successfully?
seals from other countries. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like he definitely paid for that service too for someone. So he's in the hole. He's in the black. He's not doing well here. 216-859-8699. Tell me about your interactions with the embassy. Once again, that number is 216-859-8699. We're for all of our shows right here on WSRR Radio. I want to thank our sponsors again, Synergy Music Studio out of Chicago, Illinois, for recording, mixing, mastering, production work, and more. Synergy Music Studio is your one-stop destination for all of it. I want to give a shout out to Hellbender Vinyl out of Pittsburgh, PA. They're one of America's most trusted custom vinyl record pressing plants. They do amazing work with local and independent artists. They're there to make sure your next album release is more than a bunch of ones and zeros just floating around online. Of course, GenericClothes.com. I'm wearing mine right now. I'm wearing a Famous Musician t-shirt. But you can get a shirt for any occasion or any gift by going to GenericClothes.com. I want to give a shout out as well. I know I'm running out of breath. I want to give a shout out, too, to Clearview Windows in Northern Ohio. If you need doors or windows as we head out of summer and into the fall, give J.D. Miller at Clearview Windows a call so you make sure you're not throwing money away with inefficient, ineffective doors and windows. Clearview Windows, where quality is more than just words on a sign. Once again, give J.D. Miller at Clearview Windows a call. If you didn't want to hear me stumble through all that, you can always go to WSRRradio.com. To the bottom of the website, we have all of our kick-ass sponsors there, so make sure you give them a follow and reach out to them in all of their services. Again, download the WSRR Radio mobile app. Take us with you wherever you go. It's completely free. You can do it on Apple and Android. WSRR Radio in your app store for more showtimes, schedules, and more. WSRRradio.com. Until next time. I've been Radio's Rebel DJ Style. On the board is Jules.
Adios.
Peace.